Okay, I don't know why I'm deciding to make these, but I'll explain my situation a little. Today's the first day of me doing speed work. I decided to do a training plan for qualifying for the Boston Marathon because last year I like completely bullshitted it. And I'm like really scared because today's my first day of speed work and I've never done speed work before, and I'm really trying to follow this plan to a T because I need to cut 9 minutes off of my marathon time to qualify. And I was like so close last time. And I made a lot of mistakes last year. I kind of told everyone I wanted to do it and I was going to do it. And I posted about it on Facebook. I asked for a lot of support, but in reality, I wasn't working hard enough to actually get the results I wanted, I don't think. And so this year I'm changing my mind, and I think there's only 4 people that I've told so far, and I want to keep it that way. And so I just pulled up to the park. Apparently this is where people do speed runs, this specific park, because it's flat. And so I'm just really nervous, and I have to run 7-minute miles during this speed run. And like for the actual marathon time, I only have to run 8-minute miles, and the course is downhill, but I'm still just scared. Like, what if I can't do it? Like I don't know if I'm good. So yeah, well, I guess I'll let you guys know how it goes. Oh, there's another person who's clearly doing a speed run with how fast those leggies are going. Okay, anyways, all right, I gotta stop stalling, but I'll let you guys know how it goes with the 7-minute miles. Here's the update. I fucking hated every minute of that because I literally thought I was gonna die, and that was with the interval breaks. Well, shit, this is really hard. And like people were like staring at me because I was like huffing and puffing like a 600-pound man. Like it was horrible. That training went against everything that I've ever learned about running. Not to say that I'm an expert, but I am really fucking good at conserving my energy and going forever. And I'm normally always like smiling when I'm running because I feel amazing that I can go forever. But like, that was horrible. That made me want to throw up and die and never run again. In spin, well, and in running too, we have different zones, and you're supposed to be in your red zone, then recovering in your green for the speed run. Yeah, fuck no. I was in my tornado wanting to KMS. When I was recovering, I was not in my green. If I slowed down a little, I like was still feeling like I was in my fire zone. So I don't really know. Overall, a horrible experience, but the thing is, I've been running in my comfort zone forever. I've literally done so many marathons. I just run them and I pace myself, and I'm never gonna get any better if I don't do training like this. I keep telling myself, just run for fun. You don't want to ruin running for yourself. But at the same time, if I do qualify, with all this that I pushed myself, all the hard work, it'll be worth it. So it's the first day and like I can give up. God, it's so embarrassing how I was like saying fuck like during it because I wanted to die, but I mean most people wouldn't push themselves that hard. So well, anyways, that's the update. I hope you have a wonderful day. One more thing, I forgot to say the date. It's February 12th today. I remembered as I'm cleaning my shoes. I don't know if you can see this, but look at all of that bullshit. Those are all pricklies. If you live in the desert, you know. Here's my, what is this called? Fruit roll-up that I got at a half marathon finish line. Like, what kind of finish line food is that? A fruit roll-up? But, I mean, it's better than nothing. The sugar hit my bloodstream. Probably also is one of the things that made me want to throw up. Okay, I gotta go home to dinner and see my dogs. All right, hello. It is currently 5:25 a.m. and I'm heading into spin, even though the training plan specifically said not to cross train at all, just to run. But I've been going to spin 3 mornings a week for a really long time, and I feel like cutting it down to 1 is totally fine. And this class is different. This class is kind of like, I wouldn't say a race class, but kind of like a race class. Like back in the day, I used to feel like the other 2 spin classes in the morning were training for this spin class. I don't know how else to describe it. But also like some spin instructors, I'm not trying to be rude, but they they're just not athletes, you know? And this lady, this spin lady who I've been going to 4 years, she actually inspired me to do my first marathon. She is a athlete, for sure. She doesn't mess around at all. So, like, I feel like it's fine. I'm gonna go into this spin class and we'll see if it absolutely kills me, especially because the muscle right next to, right in my inner thigh is still giving me pain since my last full marathon. And then I don't think I recovered well enough. I didn't train for the last marathon, that's my own fault, but I don't think I recovered well enough. Like, I could tell I fucked it up. So I'm just hoping that it's just sore, it's just a small tear, and I can still do this training. I don't think spin will bother it, but I'm still sore from the speed work yesterday. Anyways, it's 5:28, and the last thing I want is to go and arrive late and whatever, so bye. Okay, that was a fucking crazy class. Holy shit. Tuesday classes are something else. I don't care what the training plan says about... I'm gonna turn this off because I look so sweaty. I don't care what the training plan says about don't cross train, it's not gonna make you a better runner. Like, well, one, since I've been doing spin 3 times a week for so long now, I need at least one day or I'm gonna lose a lot of progress with that. And 2, the way that we are pushed in that class, specifically the Tuesday class, I know that will make me a better runner. That is probably just as hard as a tempo run. And I was still sore on that muscle that I really need to figure out the name of it so I can figure out how to make it better. But tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so I kind of want to spend it with Luis and not dead on the couch. So anyways, I don't know if you can see this because I don't think you can flip the camera well, but this is my fucking... This is what happens every morning after spin. Only after the hard classes. Some days it's not this bad. Well, I don't regret anything. I didn't sleep at all last night. I had a nightmare that... Not that anyone ever cares about hearing people's dreams, but 2 nights ago I had a nightmare that I couldn't keep up with the tempo run, which kind of happened yesterday with my speed work. Don't worry, I'm not looking while I'm recording because I know it's bad to drive while recording. So anyways, I wanted to add one more thing, including the date. Today is 13th of February. You might know that because I said tomorrow's Valentine's Day, but whatever. So I realized, like, oh, my leggings feel so weird. Like, in the beginning of class, I'm like, I feel like I can't pull them up. I feel like my crack is gonna hang out. And, like, I couldn't figure out why. And then I'm like, maybe I put them on backwards. Come to find out, I totally put them on backwards. And it was just, ugh. And, like, I was in the front row. I am so grateful I had a sweater that I could wrap around my waist just to, you know, kill any of that fear that maybe someone would see something, or the whole class because I was in the front. But I also noticed when I'm in the front, like, I work way harder, and we're not supposed to look at other people's, like, numbers or colors or whatever, but sometimes I feel like people still do, or at least I tell myself that, so I'll work harder. I don't know if that sounds selfish or rude, but it's just the reality. So I think I'm gonna keep going in the front. I'm also more willing to give my all because I feel like, not that I have to show the class, but the instructor sees me more and I want to show her. Yeah, I can't even believe it. Put my pants on backwards. And I was thinking, like, class had started. Like, I was like a couple minutes late and class had started. I'm like, oh shoot, should I just go to the bathroom and, like, flip these around? And then I was like, no, I can't leave in the middle of a class, or not the middle, but, like, leave after class has started. It's so rude, and it shows something about me, because in reality, if it's race day and my pants are on backwards, you better believe I'm going to be sprinting with my ass hanging out. It just shows something when you're willing to deal with problems that arise, like unplanned things, especially because so many things can go wrong on race day, and you still have to give your best. I know that's such a stupid little thing to compare to that, but I still wanted to share it so I could remember, like, well, I dealt with that almost embarrassing thing. God, but if I didn't have a sweatshirt, that might have been a different story. Anyways, I just got home, so... Alright. Just did the YouTuber thing. I thought it would be cute. Anyways, today was my first day of a easy run, or recovery run. And honestly, it didn't but didn't really feel like recovery because it's supposed to be 2 minutes slower than race pace. So I was running under 10-minute miles. I just didn't want it to switch to Bluetooth when I turn my car on. It's just really cold. Anyways, it's awkward. I don't really know because that didn't feel like a recovery run. I had to do it on the treadmill because it's damn cold. It felt like I was still pushing myself, and I'm starting to think like the race is all downhill. So I'm a little scared I'm gonna overtrain if this is my recovery run, because 8-minute miles downhill is ridiculously different than sprinting 7-minute miles. Cause like my gut is telling me that that will be better. As long as I'm still pushing and improving my stamina, I feel like that would be better because I've done this course before and there is one flat part. All the rest is downhill at mile 21. And if I can conserve my energy until mile 21 and stick with the pacers, I feel like that'll be smarter. Like I have to stick to the plan somehow. And of course things can go wrong on race day. You can't win them all. Okay, this lady's walking by and I'm talking to myself. Oh, she's in the car right next to me. Anyways, don't really care. And I re-downloaded Strava because my last Strava was in Spanish and I was kind of over it. Like I wanted it in English, and so I deleted everything and I'm starting fresh. I'm gonna add people on it tonight. Well, anyways, I'm gonna be late for work, per usual, but right now running's a little more important to me. The date, today's Valentine's Day. It's Wednesday, February 14th. One more thing. I'm reading this book, the one that's the actual training plan, and they basically said what you have to do is you have to train yourself until you're gonna break. They call it the dark place. And when the weeks with the higher mileage happen, it's supposed to be like havoc. Once you overcome that and you get out of the dark place, you feel like you can do it. And so, a guy in the truck just pulled up. Awkward. I'm not looking forward to the dark place, but Luis already told me that he would support me in breaking my body and get me through this, which I didn't think he would because it's kind of a selfish thing to do to train this hard. But at the same time, this is the most important time for me to really train and not be like last time where I was damn lazy. So if they really love me, they'll understand that there's one day that I'm gonna have to take 3 hours for myself running. All right, well, I gotta get home, get to work, and get ready for Valentine's Day because today's all about Lou Bear. All right, bye. I apologize if you're watching this that I was blinking so much like this because I slipped in my contacts on accident last night. I haven't done that in so long. So I'm gonna go change them obviously because my eyes are so dry. You can see the little makeup falling down from all the blinking. I also wanted to mention that, God, my neighbor's here. He's so old and he probably wouldn't understand what I'm doing. Anyways, talk about this book that I'm reading about this woman who really wanted to train for Boston. It's all she wanted, but she was really caught up with perfectionism and things that go wrong, beating herself up. Every marathon since the one that she ran where she's like, damn, I could really actually qualify, her marathons just got progressively slightly worse. And I haven't finished yet, so I'm excited when she actually does qualify to hear what she did differently and the thoughts she was challenging, whatever. Because I connect with this lady so much. I literally feel like I am reading a book about myself. So, not that a book is gonna cut 9 minutes off of my marathon time. It's actually only 8.5-ish that I have to cut off because you technically get an extra 59 seconds. But I'm excited to hear some of the mind tricks I can use on myself. Even though a lot of it is the work you put into the training, it also matters what you put in your head. So, all right, now I really have to get upstairs and go shower and go see the dogs and Luis. Okay, peace. Okay, well, I'm back where I did the speed work that went horrendously. Today's my first tempo run ever. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna take it a little bit slower than race pace and do 6 miles, obviously a little bit of warm up and just like a faster long run that's not as long, if you will. I totally lied to my dad, and I think I'm gonna lie to the people that know that I'm trying to qualify. I'm gonna lie to them and I'm gonna tell them that I'm gonna try to qualify in May because there's a downhill race in Boston in May. It will also kind of be lying to myself, so I won't have as much pressure that I need to qualify for that race, because technically I have another chance at the race that's a month later, the one on the East Coast. So it's like a double mind trick. It's a mind trick for myself, and I'm not letting anyone down. And so I'm like telling everyone like, oh, the Mount Charleston, the one in Vegas, is just practice one to see what I need to do, what can go wrong, what I can do better, and have another month to train for it. The book that I'm reading right now is getting really hard. The one about the girl in Boston, and she tried for 7 years to qualify and she just kept failing. She finally was able to qualify, and like she's talking about how the reason that she isn't able to do it is because of the physical anxiety her body went through a couple weeks before the race. Every single time she had such high expectations, and so I'm trying to learn something from it, and I really feel like me tricking my brain into the fact that the next one in May, not the one in April, is going to be the one that I try to qualify for. Let's say in a crazy world I do qualify for the one in April, I'm still going to run the one in May for fun and hang out with my family. So anyways, all right, gotta get running before it gets dark, because if you're a woman alone, you know. If you know, you know. I live in Utah, but you still never know. Plus, you don't want it to get dark. But yeah, Lou got me this for my birthday so that I'm safer to run till I get my giant schnauzer. This is what's gonna protect me. All right, bye. But anyways, I just finished my first tempo run, and I definitely went out way too fast. When I was doing the cool down mile or half mile, I was like feeling so good. Like I definitely recovered in my blue zone, and it made me so excited for my long run on Saturday, because it feels so good. You forget you're running, and with speed work, like you can't forget you're running. And having to run 26.2 miles of speed work sounds like absolute hell. So I feel like I know myself best, and these tempo runs need to be just a little hard. And that, I think, is what's going to benefit me more than killing myself. And also, I learned you definitely cannot listen to audiobooks on tempo run. It has to be music. For sure. Because I started off with the audiobook and reading the Boston one about the lady, and it was getting so depressing hearing what she's going through that I was like, I don't even want to listen to this. So, like, I feel like I'm like giving up, but I'm still gonna follow the training plan and do my best. But like, I know I really want this, but I can't make my identity this. That's what the lady did. I don't know her name. She never said her own name, but she had to go to a sports psychologist, and the reason she wasn't getting the time and was getting so let down and crushed is because she thought she is a runner, not that she's a person who likes running. And so, like, holy shit, I'm just learning a lot from this book. But then I think to myself, like, if I just run in my comfort zone, I'll never get better. So I'm kind of at a little bit of a dilemma. I mean, I did good with the tempo run after I was warmed up. I just went out way too fast, and it made it so miserable. Like, I know myself, and I know not to go out fast. It makes me think, like, maybe at Mount Charleston I shouldn't run with the pacers. I should go out slow and save my energy. So anyways, I gotta look at my splits from past marathons and look at how much training I did before Mount Charleston, if any, because I honest to God think that I didn't go out at all for 3 months running. And then when I stopped running for like at least 3 months again, completely stopped, barely even ran on the treadmill, I won that half marathon that I impulsively signed up for. So it's like, I know I should listen to the professionals, but I also feel like I know myself better. So I'm still kind of in a conflict. I mean, if this doesn't work out, then always try again in May. By the way, it's Thursday, the 15th of February. Bye. I totally wasn't paying attention and lost my Beat headphone while I was recording, so I have to retrace my steps. Oh, I think I see it. No, that's definitely just a leaf. So I only have one. So I can't remember if I cut through what. I hope someone on a bike doesn't run them over. Fucking A. There's my Lisa and their dog. And I found it. That was so stressful. I thought I lost this forever. It's like the color of the rocks, and it was getting dark slowly. Lou came to help me. The thing that tracks it wasn't very accurate. I was replaying the video so many times. I was exactly a minute away. I retraced all my steps right in the nick of time. Literally, it's almost dark. I guess you can't really tell. It looks lighter than it is, but that was so fucking stressful because if I didn't have my Beats, I would have been fine. I would have used my shitty ones, but those things were expensive. They were a gift, and they make running a hell of a lot better. So I'm so grateful. Thank God. Okay, I seriously have the most supportive husband. When he said he was gonna commit to me training and wrecking my body, I guess that means emotionally too. He was there. I love him so much. Like, most people wouldn't do this. All right, I gotta drive now. Hey guys, I was gonna talk about how today was. I was supposed to do 20 miles, a long run, and I almost did, but at mile 19, I just hit the wall and I just got really depressed. I don't know if it's the weather. It's cloudy and gloomy and I think it's 59 degrees or something, but I got really depressed because I was like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, and like, do I even like running? Like, maybe I'm obsessed with half marathons. Maybe I'm just a half marathon girl. I'm like, I just got so depressed I couldn't keep. And I know the worst thing I can do right now is just sit in my car, but I want to go home and see my husband, and I don't know. I was gonna give a race report, or a run report, from how the first half was. And I had such bad cramps. The first 7 or 8 miles, I just wanted to give up. I hated it. And I think it's because I ate too much before, because I'm always scared I'm not going to eat enough. And so I had a bagel, a sleeve of Ritz crackers, a concha, which is like a sweet bread, and some of those jelly beans. But then after a while, I started eating the running food and I felt better. And fucking my waters, I thought there was going to be the water fountains on, but they weren't on. Thank God I dropped some waters, but I purposely didn't drop a lot, knowing I could use the water fountains that they have here, but all of them were closed off. I might make a little post in this running club thing to warn people, because that could have been bad. If I didn't plant waters, I would have had to call Luis to come get me. But I need to go stretch, and I'm like, in the marathon training book, it says, look how sweaty I am. It says like you have to go to the dark place. I think I was talking a little bit about it before. And then when you come out, that's when you're ready. And like, I sure fucking hope this is the dark place, because I'm about to like stop torturing myself. Like, I love long runs, but 20, since when is 20 too much? I just felt so depressed at mile like 17. And I turned around to come back, and by the time it was mile 19. Anyways, it was so embarrassing. I'm gonna go talk to Luis about this and decide what to do. Like, maybe I am just not supposed to be a crazy runner. Maybe I'm just supposed to be normal. Or a person who likes running. That's what I'm supposed to say. Alright, well, bye. I'm gonna watch this back and be like, why the fuck did I cry on camera? Okay, well, I just got out of heated bar class. And once again, put my sunglasses on because I look so bad. I still look pretty shitty, but it's okay. Anyways, in my training plan, I'm shunned to do other type of cross training other than running. But it's kind of frustrating because they say you have to stretch and you have to do ab workouts. So I go to this heated bar class and I'm like, we do both. We do at least 15 minutes of abs and we stretch. So it's another justification for like, okay, yeah. And then this one, not only am I toning all my leg muscles, but I'm also stretching throughout it, and we do that chunk of abs. So I'd much rather do that in a class with other people, feeling good with the energy and someone pushing me to do it, than just like a 10-minute ab workout at home. Because the book's literally like, oh, if you don't stretch and you don't do abs, good luck with the training plan. And so I'm just a little turned off by the whole no cross training when they want us to do those other things that are available in these classes. So I'm gonna go do a little recovery run after that class, and Oh, one more thing. So yesterday after my long run, I went home and I actually stretched, like a full stretch. And 19 miles the next day, I'm barely even sore. I'm sore like normal muscle soreness. So, wow, I look like a thumb right now. I look like I don't have a chin. Oh my gosh. Oh, when I go like this, it's really bad. Anyways, so I'm going to go do the recovery run, and I'm like not depressed anymore. Jeez Louise, I'm swollen from the run yesterday. I'm going to go do the recovery run and try and enjoy the rest of my day. Okay, bye.